Well, hello, my little Goomba Maniacs. Welcome back to Supermarket Simulator. This is the second episode of The Final Push. And what do I mean by Final Push? Well, if you saw the last episode, obviously this is not the end game content, right? I keep talking about it, this is the current end game content. In other words, what's out there. So what I've decided to do is multiple episodes of pushing to get all the expansions and the licenses done. So last time we did the storage expansions. Let's go ahead and open the store while I yap. And this time we are going to work on the actual store expansion, not the storage. Let's go ahead and turn some lights on so that the customers aren't afraid. Yeah, we've done a lot in here. Let's take care of some housekeeping first. Yeah, I mentioned it last time. If you don't know, my third channel, that's right, I have three channels. This one at VeedoDaMutt. The second one is at Silent Vedo. The third channel, at Retro Vedo, is live and active. If you don't know, the Plants vs. Zombies is out there. New series dropped, 2 days ago, something like that. That is the PC Classic, The Operative, No One Lives Forever. If you know about it, you know about it. Nulf, right? Go check it out. It's out there. If you don't know about it and you want to know more about it, go check it out. It's a fun game. A little kitschy. It's sort of like almost a takeoff on the 60s spy genre, you know, Austin Powers type style. It's really fun. A lot of cool stuff goes on in there. A lot of fun conversations with the enemies and stuff. Yeah, early, like late, I think it was 99 or 2000, something like that. So check that out. More episodes of that coming. And of course, Nulf 2 will be coming soon. No One Lives Forever 2 right after that. Funny story about that. When Nulf 2 came out, me and my buddy, who were big Nulf fans, went to Electronics Boutique in the mall, if anybody remembers that. And went to the counter, and because I could see it behind the counter. It wasn't out on the floor yet. And I told the dude, I was like, hey, give me a copy of Nulf 2. And he just looks at me, got this weird look. He's like, what? And I was like, Nulf 2. He's like, oh, you mean No One Lives Forever? And I was like, yeah, Nulf 2. And he's like, that's not what it's called. It's called No One Lives Forever 2. And I was like, dude, check out the spine of the box itself. It says Nulf 2 right on it. Like, dude, you picked the wrong time to be pedantic, you know? All right, so what are we going to do today? While we sit here and stack up some money, you know, if you look here, I've made a little bit of rearrangements. Things look a lot nicer, right? The freezers used to be over here. I've pulled this back in an effort to be more efficient with the self-checkouts now, and that looks messy over there, and I'll tell you why. So I've been working on the theory that the faster I get people out of here, the more people come in per day. And it seems to have worked in my PB, and it seems like the max right now. PB max, that's right. It's 124 customers in one day. So I'm working on that, trying to keep it up around there. That's the maximum amount that I've seen that can come in based on what I'm doing today. So yeah, I have all these self-checkouts. I think I have like 12 here. Let's go fix this person real quick. Lady, you're interrupting my flow here. Yeah, so the reason why they're all like this, first of all, I have, like I said, I think 12, and that seems to be the top end amount of the checkouts based on my current level of licenses and stuff like that. That gets it to the point where there's really no lines during the day. And that's really what I wanted, was just to make it so that everybody was flowing in, flowing back out, not having to wait, because my theory is when they wait, that keeps another person from spawning out here. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. I'm not a developer of this game, so I don't know that that's what they did. But it seems like when someone goes out, there's another person that spawns out there. So the faster I can get them to go out, the better. And if you notice, they're all conglomerated around the door, right? So as soon as they check out, bang, they go right out the door. You see it right there. And that allows more people to spawn, more customers, right? That's my theory. I'm going with it. Now, why is it so haphazardly looking here? Looks like a jigsaw. Because it's exactly like a jigsaw. The developers, a couple, I think probably the last update, which has been a little while now, so, you know, they're due for another one. Changed the footprint of these self-checkouts. When I place them, when I place anything, you see like a dotted line where you can put stuff. They changed it. You can no longer shove them all together like I had over here when I first started. You can't do that anymore. So the reason why it's a jigsaw is because I had to exactly to do that. Hello, man. You're buying a lot of whiskey there. My kind of girl. All right, so that's why they look like a jigsaw here, because that's exactly what I had to do to get 12 of these in this small area, because I didn't have any more expansion room, so I had to fit them as much as I could, and it works out well. I've got the number that I need in there. Doesn't look great, but it works, right? Also, I moved one of these rounders over here because I was trying some stuff over here offline, and I ground a lot. We're in like day 400 and something. I put a regular checkout machine here because my other theory was that I might be faster than these guys. Because you notice how slow they are, like one, right? So with my checkout, I go bing, 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 get one person out the door. So I was testing out different combinations of closing down a bunch of self-checkouts, forcing people to come here so that I could get them checked out quicker. Didn't really pan out. I never reached more than 124 in a day. So, and if, you know, as I go by in the storeroom here, you notice there's a checkout counter. I didn't sell it back. I'll keep it, just for posterity. We'll see. But I'm going to leave this here. I sort of like it the way it is. It flows. Now, as I was mentioning, the freezers, there used to be freezers here. I moved them. I've rearranged the store a little bit. If you go back here, coolers are a little bit different. I put all the coolers back along here. Remember, there used to be all the drinks and everything like that, the juices. Those are all along the back. It looks really nice now. Yeah, I put all the display fridges together like this, back to back. Here's where the freezers are, no longer in the way. Everybody can walk through here. My stalkers can walk through here. Yes, it works out well. All right. Get this guy taken care of. Wilhelm, thank you. Yeah, so I'm going to leave this open right here. I thought about putting more self-checkouts. I may do that when I get the new expansions, new licenses, because I have a feeling, with my theory, that with the new licenses, more customers are going to come in because more people are going to buy more product, right? We'll see. I'll see if that's a thing. If it's not a thing, then no problem. We'll use this for something else. The one thing I thought about doing, probably right away after the end of this episode, I will put another rounder here because what's the goal for today, right? You've been waiting for that. The goal for today, we're going to get 3 expansions. We're going to knock out that wall and portion of the next one, and then we're going to get 3 or 4 licenses. So if you notice, first of all, let's turn the lights on here. $350,000. Woo! So you're thinking, Vito, that's got to be enough to get the expansions. Not even close. I added it up. $1 million is what it takes to get the rest of the expansions. So I'm doing a piecemeal as I can. So what I'm going to do this next time, so we look at management here. We look at growth. Right, we got a lot left. I mean, look at the price of some of those. 160 grand, 146 grand. Yeah, we're going to get the top 3 right here. This adds up to about $179,000. I added that up. So that's about half of what I have. Storage, we are at max, right? Licenses. So what I'll do is I'll buy those 3 for 179, and then I'm going to get these, probably the top 3, maybe top 4 licenses. Right, could you figure 44? I hear you. Of course, you had to buy everything in the store. Thank you, but this is wasting my time. Woo, 191 bucks. Right, so back to what I was trying to say here. So 179, so you figure 22, 44, 76, no, 78, 79, somewhere around there. And I could probably get that one. It's 109, 115, just say. So add that to the 177, that puts me at, what, like 292? That leaves me about 60 grand left. So we can get 4 of those. That'll leave these next 3 for the next time. And then I have to grind like crazy to get these final 7 sections here. But that's what we're going to do today. Today's goal is 3 store expansions, 4 licenses, and then I'll work on changing everything in the store, right? Moving everything around. Yeah, this is what we did last time. This is beautiful. Yeah, all the store racks. It's great. They're actually in order, if you can believe it or not. This is all the Goofy Juice stuff here, and then we go down here. We have like the sodas and stuff. We got all the carbohydrate-based stuff, sugars. Over here we got condiments, and I think, I can't remember what's down there. Down here is coffee down at the end there. This is cheeses, dairy products. We have all the frozen foods, all the refrigerated foods. These are all cleaning items, right? That works well. And keeping it with my tradition, this is my potatoes and chickens. Bok bok. And then we have all of the seafood right through here, and then all of the meats. So it actually makes sense. And you're thinking, wow, that's a lot. How do you remember it? I don't know. I have a, photographic memory. I remember where every single product is. Once I get new products, it's going to be a little tougher, but we got plenty of shelf space. And the other thing you'll notice, we can't tell them now because they're walking around so much. I didn't realize that I could scroll over in the employee menu, and there were 2 extra stalkers, so I went in and hired them. So we have 6 stalkers. Still not that fast. You can tell they sort of mosey around. They could be a lot quicker. Yeah, but it helps. It really does help. Hey, Frank, how you doing? Looks like you're going to be the final customer of the day here. Possibly. Ooh. You did well, sir. Ooh, it's going to be a $200 order easily. 211. You're the final customer. Right, the other thing, I started to paint, right? I finished up the front end of the wall here, because I know that wall's not going to change. I mentioned a couple episodes ago that whenever I expand and blow out the walls, I lose the money for the paint that I just put on there. So I painted that wall because I know for a fact that's not going to change. It's next to the storeroom. It can't change. So I'll probably do more painting up to this one here. And yeah, I put more tile down. We're going to put more tile down at the end of this episode. What else are we going to do? Yeah, once I expand offline, I will go and put a bunch of shelves in here. Yeah, so we can fit the new product. Rearrange things as the store expands out. Because I got to figure that's one. And if they go in the same order, it's either going to go that one, or it's going to be that one and that one out that way. So these things are going to be pushed back. The store gets even bigger. We can fit more product. Yada, yada, yada. Woo, that's a lot. So let's see how we did on the day. Right, day 425. 118 customers. That's about the average, right? That's the average. We netted $3,600. That's a good day. I would say the average net, around $3,000. So do the math. You know, I've got $353,000. That's 100 days in game. That is 100 days in game, people. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It takes a lot. And I gotta say, I started recording this episode about an hour ago, and I had to stop because Santa decided to drive by on his fire truck, and it just like laying on the horn and the siren, and you could hear it. I have a great noise filter on my microphone and my preamp, but you could still hear it. So my apologies if you hear sirens in the background eventually, because it'll happen again, I think. It's not the apocalypse happening at Vito's place. It's just Santa going around in his fire truck. And, you know, that's great. I love the spirit of the holiday and stuff, but, you know, hey, guy, you know, it's December 15th. You got 10 days till Christmas, so how about toning it down a notch? Otherwise, you know, if you're going to do this every day, I'm going to have to call Mrs. Claus, and we're going to have some woods, all right? Yeah. Merry Christmas, by the way, or Happy Holidays, whatever holiday you celebrate. Hope you are enjoying the season. So, you know, these guys are going to go ahead and do this. I'm going to go ahead and fast forward. Now, while they restock everything from the shelves, my pattern is I let them, at the beginning of the day, finish restocking the shelves with what I already have. Once they're done and they go back and wait, I will come in here with my handy-dandy tablet, and I will grab everything I need to fill the shelves to max. Now, what I've done, aside from those, and I basically doubled the inventory of everything that I carry. So if something had one slot before, now it has two slots. Likewise, if it had two slots before, like this Goofy Juice, the 12 packs or 18 packs, whatever those are, they had two slots before, they now have four. You can see right there, there's four of those, four of those. So that's how that works out. And it works out well. That means I never run out of anything during the day. It just doesn't happen. And if you see every once in a while someone says I can't find something, that's because these guys have not finished restocking it because they're too busy doing other stuff. I wish, now see, I told you before you could do this, you know, I can boost them. That's great. I wish I could like flip a switch on them and say, you're always at this level until you run out of energy. But no, I have to find them to do that, right? So, hey dude, get running. Yeah, so that's great. They, that actually helps things out. Yeah, get busy. Woo! Okay, so while they restock, let's come out here and take a breath of fresh air. Yeah, except for the garbage line down the street. So what's next, you say? Vito, what is next for Supermarket Simulator? Is this the end? No, it's not the end. Like I said, I think they're due for another update soon. I hope so. They promised a bunch of stuff. Shoplifting. I don't know how I'm going to deal with that. I guess hiring security, stuff like that, CC cameras. Who knows? But, so what's going to happen in the next two or three episodes, once I get finished with all the licenses and expansions, it's going to get mothballed. Like a couple other titles on my channel. It does not mean it's going to go away forever. It just means it's going to pause, go on the back burner until something new comes out that gives me content that I can show you. Because I've mentioned it before, I'm not going to just keep creating episodes where I'm just sitting here making money. Money, money, money. Open the store, restock, customers come in, give me all their money. You know, rinse and repeat. That gets boring after a while. I'm trying to show you content of new stuff. So, yeah. After, like I said, it's probably going to be another 2 episodes of the final push. When we get all the expansions, all the licenses, I deck everything out in here, and then I show you finally in the final episode. And then it'll get mothballed for a little while, but it'll be back once they have new content. There are other new games out on the channel, if you didn't see it. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, the first episode of that came out earlier in the week. My time has been divided a lot in my personal life, so right now I've not been releasing stuff on the schedule that I normally like to do, which is every day, twice a day on weekends. Trying to work my way back up to that. Might take a few more weeks, a month or so to get back there, and now also dividing my time between that, the main channel, and the other 2 channels, Silent Vito and Retro Vito. Yeah. A lot of content. You know, the the amount of content over all three of them, probably will remain about the same flow. It's just the primary channel here suffers a little bit. It's not going to get as many updates as it was before. But you know, lately I think I've done something wrong with the algorithm again. I tried to follow some recommendations from some of the so-called experts out there that say they know how to beat the algorithm, how to play with the algorithm. Yeah, the only thing guaranteed from them is they're guaranteed fully. Right? So I've tried some other stuff and it actually made things worse. The views have just dropped off the table. I could still get some views. I'm not getting the views I was before. So yeah, some of the recommendations they offered, they sort of sounded like they made sense, and I'm not saying they're hurting things, but they're definitely not giving the stuff that's promised. And I've told you before, I'm going to say it once, but I'm not going to go on and on about this. Yeah, those folks are the same types of people. They tell you they have the secret to things, but the only secret is that they're getting you to watch and subscribe and like their videos by telling you they know the secret, right? You understand how that works? This is like the equivalent of back in the day when someone would say, I know how you can sell thousands of dollars worth of merchandise on eBay every week, every day, whatever that is. And if you give me $40, $39.95, I'll give you an ebook that shows you how to do that. Well, guess what? Yeah, of course you plop down your $40, your hard-earned $40, and you read through it, and there's some helpful insight to things that everybody already knew. Right, so not bad advice, but not the secret. And it turns out all along the secret was you just plop $40 down. So that person is making thousands of dollars a day or a week or whatever that was on eBay. Was that what they promised? No. So, you know, it's almost like the snake oil salesman from back in the, long time ago, before my time. So does that sound familiar? Yes, it does. You get these guys and gals out there, I'm not discriminating, it's both. They go out there and say, do this and you will get thousands of views, thousands of subscribers. Small channels, do this, you're killing your channel. They're full of it. Sorry. The only thing they're doing is they're getting you to watch their videos, giving them the views, giving them the likes, and they're offering helpful advice. I'm not saying their advice is wrong or not helpful. Sometimes it is, but a lot of times it's things you already know. But it's not the secret to getting new subscribers, getting a lot of views. Why do I say that? Because these folks, even if they claim it, they do not know how the algorithm works. Period. They don't work for Google. If they say they heard it from someone who works from Google, that's a bunch of BS too. Because these employees at Google, the ones that work at YouTube, sign non-disclosure agreements. They cannot divulge how that algorithm works. Even if they walk out the door, if they quit, they get fired. They would quickly be hit with a lawsuit. So that's untrue. So if you ever hear any of these people say, yeah, well, I have a friend that works at Google. No, they're lying. They're lying to you. They're trying to get you to watch their videos. And there's a particular one, I don't know his name. You've probably seen him out there. He thinks he's really slick. He posted a video not that long ago of, see, I proved that I can get 10,000 subscribers in 1 week using my method. Well, yeah, of course, you know what his method is. First of all, he was a known content creator. So all he did was he went out and created a channel with everybody knowing who he was and gathered subscriptions that way. And also gets subscriptions by saying, I know the answer to getting subscriptions. Of course you're going to get views. I could create a channel right now. I'm telling you. I could create a channel right now and do a bunch of videos where I say, I know how the algorithm works, and you have to do this. And I put these demands out on my thumbnails that say, you must do this or your channel will die. I'll get the views. I'll get the subscriptions. That's not the way I want to do things. I want to do things purely through entertainment. I mean, if you like what you see, you'll give me a thumbs up, you give me a sub. If you don't, then you move on. If the algorithm doesn't like me and doesn't show my stuff to people, so be it. I've told you before, I don't make money off this, but I will not be cheap. I don't know how these people live with themselves. I don't know how they sleep at night, knowing they got 1 million subscribers or whatever that is by duping people into watching their videos. So you may disagree with me. This really isn't my opinion. This is a fact. This is what they do. I've watched a lot of their videos. None of it is revolutionary. I've tried a lot of the things, probably most of the things that they talk about. That is not the answer, folks. The answer is you just have to have engaging content. And maybe that's the difference. Maybe people aren't engaged with what I'm doing. It's stuff that I like to do, and I'm okay with that. That's how I sleep at night. That's how I feel good about what I do. I don't see how they could feel good about what they do. They're just selling things. They're selling guarantees that aren't real. So yeah, that's my soapbox. I'm going to stick on that one. And I'm going to fast forward to after we restock, and then we will get that. The expansion's done for the day. Yeah, call this one. Be right back. Hey, we are back, and as the boys put the finishing touches on all the restocking, we wound up with $345,000 after restocking, which isn't bad. Right, again, making about $3 grand a day net, which isn't bad at all. So let's go ahead and take care of what you came here for. Let's finish up some expansions here. So here we go, growth. Oh, this is going to hurt really bad. I love that number, 345,000, but this is what I wanted. I realized this is the goal. This is what I have to do. So here we go. Boom, boom, and boom. Down to 156,000. Licenses, 4470. That's right. Boom, boom, and boom. $77,000. Not bad. Let's go see what we did. Oh, no. See, they went the wrong way, and I lost all that paint off of that wall. Well, live and learn, Vito. Live and learn. They did blow this wall out, though. Yep, we have a section back there. Nice, and they blew 2 sections out here. So, my lesson has been learned. I'm not going to paint these walls until I'm done. This one can be painted, no problem. So, yeah, what I'm going to do offline, I'm going to grind a lot more. It'll probably be another week before you see another episode of this. We're going to do another final push. Next week, we're going to get the final, yeah, probably the final licenses at the very least. Let's see where we're at. First of all, I already paid my bills. Good on you, Vito. Right, so we got 174 basically. Ooh, 276. All right, 391. Ouch. 420. No, 5. 23. 6. 670. Oh, $830,000. That's what I'm talking about. So. $830,000. That's going to be split over 2 episodes. So next episode, we're going to try to get 4. We'll probably get 3. And then we're down to the last few licenses. Cheap, comparatively. Right? So 70, 105 or so, 106. About 175 grand. That alone, I could probably do in 1 episode. Woo! We did it, folks. This has been the final push for Supermarket Simulator. We've grown a little bit. Probably not going to grow here because this is someone's residence. So maybe we're safe with that wall? I don't know. Yeah, folks, if you like what you saw here today, give me a thumbs up, give me a sub. Matter of fact, go check out my other channel, Silent Vito and Retro Vito. Yes, they're out there. They're active. More content coming for those. Lots more content. Give those a thumbs up and a sub as well. As always, folks, you stay safe. Well, you know it.